Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thrashcast. On today's episode, Billy Bolt interviews Olympia's Deadbeat Blackout.
Yes, and that right there was The World Below with Ryan Renfield, Caleb Lukey, and William Wagner with their single, A New World. Great song right there. Great guys. Before that, we also heard some Renfield Syndrome, again with Ryan Renfield. That's from his brand new solo, what was it, EP or LP, George?
Gosh, I don't know, but I did help him with a little bit of
Over here, George, come on. You're not new at this. Get over here.
By the way, that was a killer album. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah. But it was good, nonetheless. Did you ever do your enhancants on it?
I did, and you actually
The
have a
3D?
copy. I was going to ask you if that was the copy or the original.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyways, before that, we had some Dysfunctional Chaos from Spokane, Washington with World of Chaos. Some DRI with Couch Slouch. Exciter with Ritual Death. And by the way, we're going to have Clammy, the bass player of Exciter, here on Thrash Zone in the coming weeks. And some Apophis Theory with Behind These Walls from Portland, Oregon. Killer stuff. Kicked it all off with Queensryche Speak and Hammers Down from Portland with the song Witches. You're listening to Thrash Zone here on Digital Revolution Radio from Naugatuck, Connecticut, and the Art of War Radio Network in Twin Falls, Idaho. We're heard and streamed in 129 countries and back at Lightning Bolt Studio after 14 months. We have Deadbeat Blackout from Olympia, Washington. Yeah.
Great to be back, man.
Yeah.
Been too long.
It has been over a year. They were my first guest of the year 2020. I think it was January 20th,
Yeah.
2020.
Great year.
It was a great year, yeah. And had we known any better, that would have been the very last time we did anything for, God, a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close. I think we had 2 album release shows in February of 2020, and then that was it. If only we had known.
If only we knew, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was a hard year. So, Hakati Williams, vocalist of Deadbeat Blackout. Now, see how I worked that in. What exactly did you all do during the last year when you had all this extra time? What did you guys work on?
So I guess like the first challenge we had to overcome was still being relevant in a world with no live music. So it was like, what do we do? Let's weigh our options. So we started doing live streams, getting a lot more active online, talking about, new music. We do have a couple things in the works, but we're not going to be planning those anytime soon. But yeah, we just try to do whatever we could to stay relevant, be really active on social media, do live streams. We did a studio live stream. We were at Erebus. We did one at the long and not forgotten Louis G's, which was super awesome. So, just trying to do what we can,
Yeah, it was really heartbreaking watching the clubs
Yeah.
close one by one
Horrible.
around here in Tacoma and Everett and, everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Iconic places, too.
yeah, and in fact, when the club that you guys had your record release at,
The
The
Swiss.
the Swiss, I love that place.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was a killer place. When we went there that night to see you at
Yeah.
the record
Yeah.
release party,
Yeah,
that
fuck
was
yeah.
the first time I had ever been there.
Yeah.
And it's just down the street from my house. But I was like, oh, this is a badass club, And
Yeah.
I was thinking, this is a place where a lot of bands should be playing. For Mike Europe.
All right, so you're a Hendrix guy.
I try to be.
You play a Strat and you
Yeah.
tune an E flat, so you
Yeah.
kind of bluesy.
Well, I try to do it, and actually, I just picked up another guitar not too long ago that actually's got a '67 reissue reverse headstock like a Hendrix.
Nice.
So, yeah. I mean, definitely Hendrix is. I mean, him and when you get into that blues, I mean, when you think about Stevie Ray Vaughan, you think about guys like Robin Trower and things like that. I mean, those guys
good names right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just legends and just,
Bridge of Sighs was out
Oh.
there. Oh, I love that album.
I mean, it's just his tone is so. I mean, I wish I could get to that tone. I mean, have that. But it's like just liquid pouring over you. It's just. I mean, he's just got such an awesome tone. I love Robert Trower.
Yeah, with me, I'm a huge Robin Trower fan,
Yeah.
dude. Like, my probably favorite song is "Daydream" off the
Oh.
live album.
Yeah.
But I play RGs, Ibanez RGs,
Okay,
because
yeah.
I'm a big Floyd Rose fan, and we had Randy Hansen on here.
Oh, yeah.
And Randy Hansen, Floyd Rose was Randy Hansen's sound man.
Well,
And
you-
that's
Yeah,
how
I remember
that's
that
how
story.
Randy met Eddie Van Halen, because Eddie came snooping around to Randy to find out about the
He was
tailpiece.
the first guy that actually had a Floyd Rose was Randy Hansen.
Yes.
Yeah, he played here
He
like a
told
couple
that
months ago.
story.
Yeah.
Sitting right here. But yeah, the thing is, on my Ibanez, if you put it in the fourth position, you can get two single coils blended together, and it sounds pretty cool. But you're just never gonna get the sound of the fourth position on a Strat, and also the slanted pickup.
Oh, yeah.
I do Jimi Hendrix. So I bought a Squire Strat and flipped right-handed, a left-handed one, flipped it over, and had my dude string it like a, it's got an upside-down whammy bar on it.
yeah.
It's so sick. But also because that pickup is backwards. The treble pickup is,
George,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a question, George?
As you're talking about this, what about your Sabbath influence? Because I hear that in there too.
Okay, and that's funny too, because I actually did pick up a Epiphone Tony Iommi signature
Right.
SG.
I got an Epiphone bass. That's kind of
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
yeah.
I finally
I
have a
know.
Gibson sound.
But
So Jimmy blended with some Sabbath. Kind of.
yeah, the thing, Sabbath was probably my biggest influence. That was probably, Tony Iommi was probably the guitar player that made me want to play guitar.
Nice.
Between him and Eddie Van Halen, rest in peace.
That's what I heard most. I actually
Yeah.
described that to a friend who was asking like what your guys' sound was, and I told him just that. I go, it's kind of got a Sabbath kind of blend.
Yeah. It's just, and a lot of stuff is subliminal because, but I listened to so much Sabbath when I was growing up.
Didn't we all?
Yeah. And everything through the Ozzy era, the Dio era, even the Ian Gillan era, everything, Tony Martin stuff. I listened to all of it because, for me, Tony Iommi just, it starts with him as far as metal, Had it not been for that first album, I don't think we would be where we're at now.
So you got those roots, but it's more chunky and tighter.
Yeah.
Heavier.
And,
I'll repeat that. It has those roots, but it's chunkier and tighter and
oh,
heavier.
yeah. No, you're dead on. Sabbath was such a huge, huge influence on me.
Nice.
And,
Right, but it's great that you're able to express it without being thrown into the stoner doom. I think the rest of your band has that probably help you there.
Well,
would you have 13-minute songs if it was
No,
left up to you?
no.
Like the warning,
No, and it's a good point that you brought that up as far as the rest of the band, because that's what basically makes these songs.
Right.
Because I bring my own thing into it, but these guys bring their own element into it, and they may be thinking outside the box where I'm not looking. And then all of a sudden, it's like they'll bring something and it's like, oh, wait a minute, yeah, that sounds even better than what I thought it was going to be, And especially Craig, because Craig came from somewhat of a punk background, so he has a different mindset sometimes the way with his approach with the drums that I wouldn't even be thinking about, and it just makes it so much better. And Chris, when he just locks in on his bass parts, and then once he's got the basic down, then he'll start, hey, what if I did this? What if I did this? And everything, and it just fills it out so nicely.
Sweet.
And of course Hakate with her, her melodies and her vocals, and
Hakate with her karate. I had to say it because of Scotty Karate. There's a lot of martial arts humor that goes on in Thrash Zone.
Exactly.
I don't know karate.
All right, yeah. All right, and Hakate, by the way, I don't know. As a singer, I know there's not much we can say. All right, check this out. I'm gonna play a couple more songs here, man. Scott Cross says the new video is good, and Scott, when we come back, we're gonna talk about that video. So don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
And if anyone here in the chat room has any questions they want me to ask the band, go ahead and write it down now in the chat room on digitalrevolutionradio.com, and I will ask the band here when we return after this break. We're going to play Felony Octane, which features the killer bass playing of Chris Johnson.
Yes.
And he totally rips on this song. I fucking love it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll back that up with Folie à Deux.
Fully a do.
Sounds good.
And how are you?
Excuse my French. Yeah, is that what that means?
No,
What-
it's like shared psychosis. So like two people that are like mad together, like believe
All
the
right.
same ridiculousness.
I thought it was Bullet Fuck You or something.
Yeah.
Two people in the band that agree about what a song is about would be a great example.
Yeah, that's usually us.
Yeah, that's
All
kind
right.
of fitting.
Well, we'll return soon after these two tracks, and then we're going to talk about their new video they just released. So don't go nowhere. You're listening to Thrash Zone. Crank it. This is Deadbeat Blackout.
Yeah.
Woo! Dorks.
Stay tuned for more Thrashcast right now.
Yeah, Rain of Ashes is going to be the fourth one that we're going to do with.
Yeah, we're doing all of them with Ticker. Twisted Images, cinematography, man, fucking killer dude, great vision.
Yeah.
Sticks to the program, doesn't fuck around a lot, so we were able to get a lot done in like a really short amount of time. It was a fucking blast,
And I got to give a shout out to Jeremy and Vivian Chambers because we shot it down at their property.
Yep.
Down in Olympia. They were really kind to let us use
cool.
the entire property there to do the video. With the exception of the fire shots, which we did over at Hakate's place.
And almost burned my field down, by the way.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, that was
Right.
good times.
Yeah, it was a tremendous video. I really, really liked it a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, man. It
No,
was,
I
it was fucking amazing.
Trust
to
me,
see
Hakate,
it.
if I didn't like it, I just wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I appreciate your honesty, man.
Yeah, it was it was good. You
It
guys did
was
really
shocking to see it all put together. It was just like, wow, man, this is so fucking badass.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It was like really hard to kind of sit on it for a few days before like to drop it. It was like, oh my
I
God,
know,
this is
I know
so
the
good.
feeling because I did a video with this band in Cincinnati when I went over there and opened up for Exodus. It was a song we did called "Crawl Away," and it took like 3 months, to edit and all that stuff, and it just seemed like forever because I was like, oh, I want to release this now, And I'm just sitting on it, waiting, It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that feeling.
Well,
I know
luckily
it.
for us, man, Ticker was on that shit, man. 2 fucking weeks and we had it.
Wow.
We had a few minor edits, which he spit back at us the next day, and it was
Nice.
like, oh man, this is so good. Like, let's share it now. But it's like, oh, it's so hard. Wait those couple days.
Well, the
Yeah.
whole shoot itself went very quick.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean,
great.
we were on it. I mean, I don't think we spent more than about 4 or 5 hours getting all the, the footage, before we shot the fire footage over at Hakate's place. And, we were just boom, boom on it. He was very professional. He just like, all right, let's get to the next one. Let's get this thing out. And it worked out great.
And a hell of a funny son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. Ticker's been banging out videos for everybody for a while, and they're really good. The guy really knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
You
You
know,
can tell.
and he's really dedicated to it. I mean, he puts pride in his work.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. He's all about it. Actually, that's how I even met him was he was shooting some videos for Cryptomnesia.
Stick around for 3 more great segments with Deadbeat Blackout right here on Thrashcast. Coming up
At
immediately.
that point, wasn't it?
Exactly.
No.
No, you were like the first.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a Thrash Zone exclusive for
Yes.
2020, and we thought it was going to be just a blockbuster year,
Oh, yeah.
and then.
Yeah, right?
But I mean, we can pick up where we left off because it took 14 months, but they're back, baby,
Hell
I
yeah.
know.
dude.
and they haven't lost a step. Let me tell you.
Oh, we're back with a vengeance too. I think we got like 4 more scheduled out, a couple more music videos in the work. It's gonna be busy 21 for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys? I guess in the time that we've been on, I guess at that point, wasn't it?
Exactly.
No.
No, you were like the first.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a Thrash Zone exclusive for
Yes.
2020, and we thought it was going to be just a blockbuster year,
Oh, yeah.
and then.
Yeah, right?
But I mean, we can pick up where we left off because it took 14 months, but they're back, baby,
Hell
I
yeah.
know.
dude.
and they haven't lost a step. Let me tell you.
Oh, we're back with a vengeance too. I think we got like 4 more scheduled out, a couple more music videos in the work. It's gonna be busy 21 for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys? I guess in the time that we've been on, I guess.
Thrashcast is brought to you by TacomaPunk.com. Now more action.
The beginning of our shows and stuff. I got a Boss distortion pedal that's kind of fun to throw in here and there. But other than that, yeah, I just like go straight through the mic.
Sure. Well, what about when you're recording though? Do you use like little things like auto tuner and things like that?
No, not at all. I mean, there's some layering. We do some layering, you know, and play around
No
with like
auto-tuning.
different octaves.
Well, no,
and
it's just
stuff,
it's
but-
just a question. I don't.
I know.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm not saying you need it. You don't.
Well, no, I mean it's kind of one of
But
those
in the
things.
studio, it's different. You know.
Well, it is, but at the same time, it's not, because when we play live, I want to deliver what people are expecting it, and if
Exactly.
it's going to be something completely different that I can't replicate on my own,
Yeah.
I don't think it's an
Yeah.
accurate representation of myself or our sound.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cheating and not really.
I'm
real.
with you
It's
on
not
that,
Organic,
yeah.
so we like to keep it organic. You know, I want people to come expecting what they're going to get. You know,
Nice.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Now
All
going
right.
back to that whole Jameson and beer too. I just wanted to say this. Okay, for the
Speaking
people
of which,
at
can I
the
get a beer?
no. For people at the shows, remember there's more people in the band other than Hecate that would like to have a shot of Jameson. So if you
Yeah,
want to feel
like
free,
my shadow.
All right.
Well, Mike, you
Nice.
did happen to bring Thrash Zone a treat tonight, and that
Yes.
is a bottle of Rebel
Dude, if you
Yell
want free shots,
Kentucky
grow a
Straight
rack.
bourbon whiskey.
yeah.
Very nice, thank you.
You're
And-
welcome.
Yeah, we're gonna get tanked.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
anything for you, there, Billy.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you if I remember tomorrow, but
Yeah.
You know we can't come here empty-handed, man.
right? The last time
Thank
you came
you
here,
so
you
much,
brought this
George.
beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Man, got 2 beers.
That's
What's
right.
the-
Yeah.
See,
I'll take that.
asking you shall receive.
The last time Deadbeat Blackout was here in January of 2020, Hecate, your husband, made me a beautiful Deadbeat Blackout bong.
Sure hope you enjoyed the first episode of Thrashcast on Thrashcast.com. Billy Bolt interviewing Olympia's Deadbeat Blackout. Check us out every Friday at 7 p.m. on the West Coast for more Thrashcast.